Good morning, everybody. Rody with Groovy Cycleworks back again to talk to you a little bit about custom graphics. One of the exciting things that I get to do as a builder is to help bring my customer's personality out in the final product. And that's exciting for me because it lets me use some of my artistic vision as well as their personal input to create an item that is unique and personalized to them. So I thought today we'd talk a little bit about the process of coming up with custom graphics and how we bring those to fruition. So come on, let's walk through the process and show you how you too can come up with a custom unique look for your bicycle graphics.
So this customer was a fan of the old Fat Chance bicycles and wanted something that was kind of cartoony and fun. I took some time and drew out a graphic on paper. Then I scanned it and put it into Adobe Illustrator. And what you see here is a final representation of the graphic. I then indicated cut lines and cut it out using my plotter. Preparation for the frame includes laying down an intermediate clear and then knocking down that finish with a 600 grit paper to give a mechanical tooth for the new artwork to adhere to. I then laid down the entire graphic using a transfer sheet, which allows me to pull apart the graphic as needed to airbrush. The balance of the frame is then covered with masking paper and tape to protect against overspray. You can see here I've removed the letters that I want to begin with my base color of white. Only the letters that will be white have been taken apart. I begin fogging in with a little bit of opaque white paint, being careful not to spray too heavy with the airbrush so I don't create any runs. Once the color saturation is where I like it, I flash it off for about 15 minutes to give it time to fully dry and bite into the undercoat. I then peel away the letters from an additional mask and begin replacing them onto the frame to cover up the work I've done. This allows me to spray other colors, like the yellow you see here, without having any overspray onto my white areas. I then remove the key lines, which are going to be the black borders that surround my graphic. Once the key lines are removed, it's very important to do this next step, and that's to respray with the opaque white. This helps seal the edge and prevents any bleeding. So when we do lay down the final black key lines, we won't have any creep underneath the edges of the decal muddying up our final graphic. Carefully remove our masking, ensuring to pull back 180 degrees upon itself so you don't lift any paint. And what you have is a nice clean graphic representation of what we had both in our drawing and on the computer. I then drop the frame into the bake box, let it set up for a little bit before I go on the final clear. This frame will get 3 to 4 coats of clear to help bury the graphics, gently sand it in between with 1200 grit so it's nice and smooth.
So there you have it, folks. An easy step-by-step guide on how to take custom hand-drawn graphics and bring them into reality. I hope you enjoyed the process. Thanks.